So one thing that we do on the pod is we have the guests do the ad read.
Oh,
so
awesome.
you got to give your best ad read, and you're gonna look right in that camera.
Okay.
Give your best ad read to that camera.
If you've been in an accident, don't stress. Call PAD, Preferred Auto Design, is Lakewood's #1 collision center for a reason. Owner David Arellano runs a first-class shop with honesty, quality, and care you can trust. Accident? Call PAD, 562-716-1054. Tell them Brick House sent you. Brick by brick.
Well, it's about pad. That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Pretty good. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brick by Brick, the community podcast where we build community one conversation at a time, brick by brick. Today, I have a very special guest, Anthony Corona, founder of Virals Only Media.
Yes, sir.
Anthony, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, I've known you for a while.
Yeah.
When did we first meet?
I was still in high school.
Aww.
Yeah. You had just opened up Sweatshop Gym on Carson, I believe.
I think did your dad come in first?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you went to my dad was teaching at some charter school.
That's right.
You went
Saya.
and did
Saya.
some classes.
I was doing like free classes for at-risk youth, like after school self-defense stuff.
Yeah. And then during that time, I wanted to fight.
Yeah.
And my dad, he used to teach martial arts, but he was just like, I can't, like,
Right.
I don't have the energy. I can't do it. If you really want to learn. And he's like, oh, why don't you go to this guy that came to my school? He does that. I'm like, yes, thank you, Dad.
Yeah. That's cool. And you were going to the gym over at the sweatshop for a long time.
Yeah, I think I went maybe 3 to 5 times a week.
Yeah.
For about 3 years.
Yeah. And your brother came too
Yeah.
a few times.
My sister came once.
Yeah.
I think I brought a girlfriend or two.
Yeah, probably. Was that the spot? Like, hey,
Yeah, this
my gym family has to sign off on you too.
Yeah.
That's cool. When did you start getting into media?
Media, that happened, I want to say like sometime between 2013 and 2015. I was, I fell into it. It was just an accident. Like, I didn't look for it other than like,
Interesting.
Interesting. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Interesting you bring that up. I had a friend that she was my party friend. She'd call me up every weekend. I'd call her up every weekend, and we'd be like, "Hey, the party's over here. Party's over here," and it was always that was our only contact was where's the party. And then one Tuesday morning, she calls me at 6, and I remember I'm just like, "No way, there's a party right now."
AM or PM?
AM.
Okay.
And I'm just like, "There's no way." And she goes, "No. My assistant didn't show up, but do you want to work on a movie set?" And I was like, "Oh, I didn't go to school for that. Like, I don't know. No, it's very easy. Like, you just have to help me steam clothes. Like, it's cool. You meet cool people. They feed you, and it's a fun experience. And I'll pay you for your day." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, cool." And I show up, and it was some studio in the valley, and I don't know like the etiquette or the protocols of like
All the jargon.
Yeah, studios, and like you're supposed to stay in your departments because it's unions, and like you can't touch this thing because da da da. And me being ignorant to like the culture, my upbringing was like, dude, be useful. You're just standing around.
Right.
So I would steam something, and I'm just like, well, I feel stupid just standing here. Like, let me go see, because I'd see a bunch of people just working, and I would go to different people like, "Hey, can I help you with anything?" And they're like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "From here." "No, like what department?" "Oh, wardrobe." "Are you gay?" I'm like, "No." Like, oh, usually gay guys work in wardrobe. I'm like, "No, I'm just helping out a friend."
Yeah. Maybe in 2015, but we've come a long way.
Yeah. Well, in that case, exclusive. No. And they're like, "Yeah, sure. Just help me wrangle this up." And by the end of that shoot, like 2 people were like, "Hey, let me get your number. Like, you have a good work ethic. Do you want to do this?" I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it seems fun. Sure. Like, we'll pay you, $250 for the day. I was like, $250 for the day. Yeah. Being, must have been like 18 or 19 at the time.
Yeah, that's a lot of money back
then. No,
then.
it was early.
Yeah.
I was like 20 or 21.
You had inflation on top of that. That was a good day's work.
Yeah. And so like it just happened like every weekend I would do the same thing and people would start passing my number. I'd get calls like, "Hey, I heard you're a good work." And I landed in a studio and the same thing happened. The owner at the end of it was like a 3-day shoot. At the end of the shoot, the owner comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, like I've been watching you. I want to offer you a job." And I was like, "Oh, I think you have the wrong guy. Like I didn't go to school for any of this. I don't know." Like, no. Like you don't have the skills. That's fine. I know that, but you have something I can't teach, and it's work ethic. I can teach you all the skills. And so he would send me to like these editing houses, put me on shoots with like his director friends. The studio was my playground, so he's like, "Well, there's all these lights, equipment." He was teaching me like the grip, the lighting, the how to edit, operate cameras, media something, and
or the playback.
No, like I forgot what it's called. When they shoot, card fills up, they give it to you.
Yeah, like it's like the data,
it's a
data
name.
and playback.
Yeah.
Our buddy Eric Roddy does that on sets. He's always talking about like similar stuff with like the different departments and how it's like very odd. Then you try to get enough hours to like get into the union.
Yeah.
And it's like a whole track. And I've done shoots like that where I'm just like a camera op, and it's like, really, you're gonna pay me to just literally babysit a camera and press a button?
Yeah.
It's crazy how many jobs they make up because everybody has to be so specialized in that one thing.
Yeah.
But you, a lot like me, like you kind of want to be able to do everything, right?
Yeah, because the owner made me the stage manager. So whenever a production would come in and rent the studio, I would have to make sure that I knew what everybody was doing in case they were doing it wrong. And I could say, "Hey, you can't do that. Make sure that has this." Or basically like, "Hey, time's almost up. Make sure you start breaking down at this time. Do you want more time? Oh, cool. Let's hop on the phone with the owner." And it was a cool gig. I met a lot of people, traveled a lot.
So that's how you got started into it.
Yeah.
And now what do you do?
And now, so right after that, after I think I was there maybe 2 years or 3. It was such a far drive, the commute. Like I would leave before sunrise and I'd be back by sundown. And I wasn't hating the work. I was hating the commute. And then I was really butting heads with the manager of the studio. And I brought it up to the owner. And he's like, "Oh, well, he was like, well, I'm not going to do anything because he helps me out a lot."
Yeah.
So he was
It's like, it sounds like a you problem.
no,
Like,
because the guy was like not bullying me, but I felt very picked on.
so bullying you.
Yeah, but like,
Were you being sensitive though? That's a tough industry.
it felt very I felt outed. Like he wouldn't talk down to anybody, but only me, and publicly.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like, "Oh, we're just joking around, we're buddies." It was like, "Oh, well, you wouldn't know how to do that, so you're dumb. Like, don't even try." And I'm like, "What the hell?"
Maybe he was testing you and like to like mold you into something even better.
No,
I don't know.
I don't
Probably
know.
not. It's
I
probably
don't
just,
think so.
probably just being a dick. So
He was a dick.
So you didn't. So you bounced from that.
Yeah, and
You're like, I'm not taking it anymore. I'm out of here.
no, I fucked up on that one. I got fired from that job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you do?
I didn't have my license, and then
Don't incriminate yourself or something.
nah, I mean, this is a long time ago. I didn't have my license at that time, and they wanted to put me on the insurance for the car because I was driving the van.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you're I was like, "Oh, I don't have a license." And they're like, "What?" So they're like, "Oh man, you should have told me. Like, I trusted you." And I'm like, "I know, but I needed a job also." And I kind of like, He was really cool about it. He's like, well, what are you gonna do now? I'm like, I don't know, I'll figure something out. I have skills now. But he hooked me up with
That's a funny way to fire somebody. Is that what he said when he fired you? He just said, what are you going to do now? You're like, wait, does that mean I'm fired?
Well, no, he's like, I had like an exit interview where we went to go have breakfast. And then he's like, what happened? How come you didn't tell me this? And I was like, well, I needed money to fix my car and I didn't have money to pay my license. He's like, you could have told me. Like, I could have helped you.
Did you learn something from that?
Yeah, it was.
What was the moral of that story?
Be upfront about your situation and where you are. Yeah. And I think I was scared of not getting the opportunity of the job, that I was like, sure, I'll just lie about it and figure it out along the way.
That sounds exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened, yeah.
I just watched Catch Me If You Can, and I feel like you probably could have got away with that if you tried a little harder.
Well, it went on for like 2 or 3 years.
All right, cool. At least you got that far.
Yeah.
But now what do you do?
So now after that, I did basically freelancing from that, just working gigs. It wasn't consistent, so I got a job, and all of my jobs were like sales jobs because it was commission based, and I still had time to do like gigs on the weekend.
Yeah.
And then I got a job for this real estate guy in Beverly Hills. And that was cool. I built his like whole marketing department, his whole media, built his studio. That was a fun job. I did that for 3 years, 3 years. And it was a cool experience. I got to experience a lifestyle that I wouldn't have experienced otherwise, like private jets, a lot of luxuries, expensive hotels, expensive foods, like dinners that were like so 10 grand each.
You were like getting content from him and then like editing it out for content.
I was just a fly in the wall with him. He'd have meetings with like all these big like known influencers in the business world, and I would get to hear these conversations, and I'm like, oh shit, this is how it really is. Like,
what's a big takeaway you took from that? Like, what was a big lesson you learned in that stage?
From him was to promote yourself, constantly tell people what you do and who you do, and how easy it is to trick people on social media.
What do you mean?
You can just say you're something or look a certain way, and there's no way for people to really verify it or prove it.
Yeah.
But that's a house of cards too, because that falls eventually.
Which one is it? Is it easy to do and get away with, or is it a house of cards that you get caught?
It's both, because you can easily trick people, but it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
So I think if you're legit and you do promote yourself and you do what you say you do, that's sustainable. That's gonna grow, because your reputation will precede you. If you fuck people over, people are gonna tell other people like, oh, don't work with this guy.
Right. So how have you built your business?
How? Word of mouth primarily. I just started getting into paid advertisements on Meta, but
what do you mean? Got in like advertising your business or helping do ad spends for other people's?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, my whole background is video, so I would just tell people. At first, I was like, hey, like let me do a video for you. Oh, cool. Like, hey, do you do this? Yeah. And a lot of people knew me because I worked with this guy, so they would want to. I already had like a reputation, because they knew how big I got his profile and his reach. Like, he blew up. I was making for a while, like every reel I made for him hit 1 million+ views.
Yeah.
And that was pretty great, like quarter.
So kind of being, what do they call it? Like a shredder?
Yeah, I just heard that today.
Yeah.
Gary Vee.
Yeah.
Shooting editor and kind of like doing the daily reels and stuff. Like following him around, who's like the biggest name in the influence world that you got to kind of I mean, there was Andy Frisella, there was Bedros Krulian, Tim Grover.
I followed him a lot with the gym stuff.
Yeah. Got to interview Alex Hormozy before he blew up. That was really cool. That's the one that I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So I was just like, keep it cool, bro. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, bro? What's
Yeah.
going on? So now what kind of videos do you mostly do?
I do the same. So what I did for him, after a while, I was like, I don't like the way I'm being treated here, and like for the pay, and it was just a whole bunch of other stuff that was like building up behind the background or behind the scenes that I was like, wait, I built this whole department.
I made you.
I run this thing. Like, I thought to myself, I'm spending all this time away from my family, pouring my entire time and energy into building his, and it's working. So I know the concept works. Why don't I do that for myself? Mm-hmm. And so I started doing that, and immediately just like, oh, I can afford more. Oh, in less time. So then, I stopped trading my time for money.
When did you move to Nashville?
Recently, in April of last year.
Okay.
So 9 months.
What brought you out there?
One of my clients that I only edited for, he wanted me to move over there, and I kept saying no, because my whole family was here, and like leaving the state was kind of like not something I really wanted to do. Yeah. I had gone to Nashville for an event before, and I really liked it, but I wasn't like, I'm not gonna move over here. Yeah. And then every like month or so, he would like, hey, he would sweeten the deal, and then he's like, all right, what's your number? Like, how much you want to come over here? And I was like, well, I'm already making X by myself, so if you want me to go over there, it's gonna have to be better than that. So he gave me like 20 grand more than what I was asking for, and he helped me move everything, helped me break out of my lease, and I worked with him for it. That didn't even last long though. It lasted like a month or two.
What do you mean?
Because
so you moved over there for that job, and now you don't have that job?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because
How does that work?
It was
gotta sign the contract, bro.
It was, but I also decided to break the contract. Like I talked to them.
It just wasn't what you thought it was gonna be, or what?
I don't think. I think it was the same on both sides, because they've never hired a creative. Yeah. So they're like, oh, we want you to do the whole thing, like what you did for this guy, do for us. Yeah. And I was like, okay, yeah, I've done this before, way better salary. And I was like, sure, cool. I mean, I like Nashville. Like, yeah, let's do it. But when we got into the weeds of actually working, it was like we were butting heads like a lot. And I don't think I lived up to their expectations, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Because I think what they expected and what they wanted, I couldn't do by myself. And I was like sleeping 2 hours a night just to meet deadlines. And I really started to hate it. Yeah. And I think that translated. So they're like, do you not want this? This is a good opportunity. And I'm like, it is. But also like, I mean, like, I also felt like they were kind of like, dude, this is such a good opportunity. Like anybody could like, I felt like they were shoving it in my face a lot.
Kind of like, we don't need you. Like,
yeah.
We could get anybody.
Yeah. And I was like, well then fucking.
It's hard, man. It's hard when you're creative and when you're being hired by people that don't understand how much time goes into something. Because sometimes the most, what they think is a simple project or a simple task is actually very time consuming. Yeah. And then sometimes it goes the other way, and you get a project where they're thinking, man, this is a big, but you're like playing it out in your head. You're like, that's a half-day shoot and a quick edit. Yeah. So I mean, but you never get the generosity your way. It's always this high expectation, and it is hard to stay at a place if you don't feel like you're valued as the creative. Mm-hmm. When you become a button pusher. That's
what it was too, and I felt like I couldn't do my job.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh well, it should be this and it should be that. I'm like, I mean, yeah, we can do that if you want, but I know that this is going to get better, like it's going to perform better this way. Yeah, but we want to go more this way. I'm like, well, you hired me to do this result. So I didn't want to, they're great people. They were very generous with me. They treated me to a lot of things. But
now you're stuck in Nashville.
I love it though. I don't want to come back. And I was actually making.
Are you close enough where you like see them and you're like?
No. They're about like 30 minutes from me.
Yeah.
But another thing too was that like I had a glimpse of like I was making more money than they were giving me. It just wasn't consistent.
That's called stealing.
No. I mean, like on my own accord with my own clients.
Got it. So you were doing side stuff out there too.
Before I started working with them, I already had my clients. So they're like, come out here, but you can't have any clients.
Right.
Like we want to be your sole focus.
Right. So do you think maybe like you could have gave them a bigger number to where that wouldn't have been a problem and they would have paid it?
I think they would have, but I think it still would have reached that same ending.
No matter what, man, if you get hired by somebody and they get like sole ownership of your like all your time and what you're able to create, it was
soul sucking.
It's claustrophobic for a creative.
Yeah.
Doing the same stuff over and over again. And then also probably like following someone around who's like living a lavish lifestyle. You can't help it but go, you're around all the time, but you're not going home so it's hard to stay in that position. I get it.
Yeah. And they were great. It was a moving goalpost, and it was a good learning experience. It reminded me that like, no, dude, like you have a skill, it's marketable, you can make more money on your own. Like you don't need to be here.
Do you find it pretty easy to get clients?
For the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of clients do you work with?
A lot of entrepreneurs, small business owners, the occasional like creative that has some money and they're like, oh, I want to do this big thing. But those don't really, it's like a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
Because they, like, to build a brand, it's consistency. And you have to, like, okay, let's do this. All right, this is working. Let's change that. And I think it's the same thing you said earlier was, like, as a creative, you kind of want to do it your way. And if there's no collaboration where nobody wants to budge, it's like, well, somebody's got to take a step back.
Yeah, it's also hard, like with working with any type of client, but sometimes they think like one video is going to like change everything or have this big result, but it's like it's just one video. And then you do the video that they asked for because they're the client, and then it kind of falls flat. And you're like, well, dude, it's one video. You need a campaign. You need a marketing strategy. You need a long-term campaign if you want to see any type of results.
Or they get really, I'm paying you a lot of money. Why aren't all my videos going viral?
Right.
I'm like, well, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
If you had the what do I say, the snowball of it behind, then yeah, you already have that track record. People already know you. They know what you do. They already like you. You're not just some random guy that's popping up. So they're going to stick longer and share your things more.
Yeah. And I tell it because people have tried to hire me to do their social media accounts. And I tell them all the time, you can't afford me to do what needs to be done. You need somebody there every day who's catching the actual culture of the business, finding interesting things about the business that are going to bring them out, and then post them consistently every day. I'm not going to be at your business every day. Yeah. You need somebody who's there all the time, and that's definitely not going to be me.
Yeah.
But it is hard because you want to help businesses, and sometimes you could do like a commercial campaign and like break it down and provide value that way. But when it comes to social media presence, it's got to be authentic and daily. And
they have to be willing to like be themselves, because a lot of times they want to be polished or they want to come off a certain way, but that comes off on camera and it's like, dude, you're phony. Like, yeah, people are seeing right through it.
Well, they see every social media video that they do as a commercial, and they're doing they want to do advertisements every day, and that's not what social media
you're gonna burn them.
No,
you're gonna fatigue them.
And really getting that switch, it's not social media, it's interest media. So you have to do things and put out content that people are interested in, and through that value they get to know you, and now you have some loyalty from a customer.
I always tell clients too, like watch your own content. Like, if you're bored of it, like, your viewers are probably bored of
I
it
get
too.
super bored of my stuff. Dude. I watch it and I go like, why did I think that was? Why did I think that was good? But
What?
100%, dude.
Hey, this podcast is
Hi, Greg.
actually sponsored.
Ooh.
I was gonna wait for the right time, but
What a better time than now.
right. So one thing that we do on the pod is we have the guests do the ad read.
Oh,
so
awesome.
you got to give your best ad read, and you're gonna look right in that camera.
Okay.
And you're gonna give an ad read. I'll let you pick one. Actually, let's give it to you. So super high energy. Give your best ad read to that camera, and let's see how you are in front of the camera.
All right. If you've been in an accident, don't stress. Call PAD. Preferred Auto Design is Lakewood's #1 collision center for a reason. Owner David Arellano runs a first-class shop with honesty, quality, and care you can trust. Accident? Call PAD. 562-716-1054. Tell him Brick House sent you. Brick by Brick.
Screwed it up. It's the pad. I must have messed up on it. It's a the pad. That was
All
pretty good.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
The pad.
Yeah, it's the pad. It's like
I
preferred auto design.
thought it was a...
It's called the Preferred Auto Design.
It's called like call the pad. Is
It's
like the slogan. Like, all right, let's see if you can do this one a little better. All right, dropping words. You got that Ariano good though. You
Yeah,
rolled that.
I'm Mexican.
You
That's how
are?
it's
I didn't know you were.
that's how it's pronounced.
Would you be surprised to know that I can't roll my R's?
Very surprised.
What do you say,
That
Arellano?
shock you?
No, Ariano.
Burrito.
You can't roll your R's at all.
I just did it.
Un burrito?
That is the worst R roll.
If you're serious about fueling your body with real, intentional ingredients, check out Hearthy Foods.
Herthy.
Hearthy Foods. Oh, this one says girthy.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, give him the bag. You gotta hold the bag. and do
Check
this
out
one.
Hearthy Foods. From gluten-free flours to grass-fed collagen and bone broth, this is food that actually works for you. Head to hearthyfoods.com, use promo code BRICK, and save 15% off your order today. Again, that code is BRICK, and save 15% off your order today. hearthyfoods.com.
Not bad, dude. Not bad.
I watch a lot of podcasts. It is cool.
Do you like like when people do ad reads? Like,
Yeah.
do you see like the different styles of how they do it?
I love comedy podcasts because they riff in between them, and
I like how who is it? Theo Vaughn does his. He's just kind of like, yeah, man. So this is like he's just like so casual about it.
yeah.
I love it.
I like Matt and Shane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they do ad reads?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen them. I guess.
I have a sponsor too.
Oh yeah, who's your sponsor?
Metallica.
Metallica.
M81 Maduro cigars.
Maduro.
It's a little soon.
I have one for myself too.
I
I got
was-
myself a bigger one, but I got one for you too. But you said you don't smoke cigars. So.
I probably won't smoke it.
Yeah.
Maduro. So is this where are they from?
I don't know.
Is it the same? Maduro?
Oh.
Is it the same?
no.
You didn't connect that dot.
Maduro means
big dot.
like mature basically, but these are a stronger cigar.
Oh, we
A
didn't know it
darker one.
means something
Oh
too.
wow. You mean words mean
We
things?
just thought it was his name. We didn't know
Yeah.
it means
Oh
something.
wow.
Actually, I think they are from Venezuela. No, I'm just kidding.
Probably.
Okay.
Perfect
These,
timing.
these
huh?
are a collector item now. So you smoke cigars?
I smoke a lot of cigars.
A lot of
What is a
cigars.
lot? That's a weird way.
I'll
Really?
go to the cigar lounge maybe once or twice a week.
Really?
Yeah.
I find it's very smoky in there. I find.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is an accurate observation.
I've never really been a fan of cigar lounges. I've partaked, but I get a headache.
Are you inhaling?
Yes,
You're not supposed to.
I know that. But even though I tell myself don't, for some reason I still do.
So this is
You get nauseous, huh?
in Nashville. You go to the cigar.
Yeah, even
Place?
I mean, when I was living here, there was one in. There was a couple I used to go to.
Right. I've been to the ones around here, and it's very the crowd there's Is it the same kind of crowd? Kind of shadowy underworld figures?
In the front, yeah. In the back, there's more like penguin tail suits, monocles, passcodes.
Really?
No.
Speakeasy?
No,
Just a cigar shop. Just it's owned by a guy with a nickname, and
You ever been to Bo's? Bo's.
That's where I got these.
Oh, really? Right down the
Yeah.
street.
Oh yeah, Bo. See, that's who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess with Bo.
Yeah, I haven't been there.
You don't
seems
want to.
cool.
You don't want to owe Bo any money.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I've heard good things about him.
They've got a nice selection.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of cigars, and he knows his cigars.
Yeah.
Like I got one of these. I like these kind.
I would hope so if you have a shop.
Liga Privada. These are like really nice. And he's like, "Do you want a 61? Do you want?" I was like, "Oh,
So are they like wine where you have like a year and you're like, oh, this is a good year?
Some of them are actually dipped in wine.
Really?
I guess you could dip them, but they'll put them in these little glass flasks, and at the bottom there's like a bulb, and they'll put whiskey in them or wine, and that it'll infuse into the leaf. So when you smoke it, you taste it.
Interesting. Yeah, I can't remember every time I've had a cigar, I've gotten a migraine.
The cool thing about cigars that I found, it's helped me get business because
okay, please explain.
Because
interesting.
Cigars aren't cheap. You're literally burning your money.
Yeah.
So not everybody can afford cigars or has a liking for cigars.
Yeah.
And when you have a cigar, it's not like a shot. You don't just throw it back and you're done. You take your time. You have a conversation with somebody.
So you're picking up dudes at the cigar shop is what I'm hearing.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
He is.
I guess that's kind of like golf.
Mm-hmm. It's exactly like golf.
Yeah.
They smoke cigars at golf. You close deals on the field.
Yeah, that's why when I started getting into politics, a mentor of mine was like, "You got to learn how to play golf now."
My business mentor told me go to cigar lounges, go to pricey ones.
Yeah, where do you go, Greg?
I don't do any of that. I don't pick up dudes.
Okay.
I don't do any of
Yeah,
that.
well, to each their own. That's cool, man. Thank you.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
So what do you like to do with media? Because you said what you do with media, but what do you like? Do you ever get the creative itch to like go film something like just not for a client?
Yeah. So just recently, 2 weeks ago, I was like, dude, it's so routine now. Like I'm doing the same formula for everybody. Interview. I fly to you, ask you a couple questions. I get a kind of a glimpse of your life, your business, what you do, kind of showcase your expertise, so that the customer gets to know you. But there's not much variety in it, depending, with my clients at least. So I was kind of going through the routine, and I'm like, I'm getting kind of bored. So I was looking at my camera and the settings and like things I can do with it. So I started shooting in D-Log or S-Log, and I've been playing with color. So like I've been vlogging, just recording. I haven't put anything out, but I've just been like experimenting with styles. But my life is work, like gym, work, and then comedy podcast at night, and then I go to sleep.
I always have to find. So I'm very impulse driven. So when I have that thought in my head, like, oh, this would be a cool video.
Yeah.
I have like a inner mantra, just film.
Yeah.
So I mean today, so I popped a tire yesterday, and I'm not like a man's man. I'm not gonna pretend to be. So I had to call my buddy David from the pad and be like, hey, so I got a tire.
That's a sweet plug there.
I got a tire issue.
Ooh.
Preferred Auto Design?
Yep.
What was it called again?
The pad.
The pad?
I get 25 cents every time I say it.
Oh, the pad. Huh.
Preferred Auto Design?
It adds up. So he came over and he started to help me change my tire. And so
Sounds like a swell guy.
So I filmed it, and
David from
Yeah.
Preferred Auto Design?
dude, we're at $1.50 right now.
Oh, dang.
Man. But yeah, whenever I have like the thought, I'm sure I've done it. I do it all the time with Greg. I'll be like, oh, this will be a funny thing to film. Greg and I started another podcast. I'm not 100% sure Greg likes the name yet, but I think he does.
No.
But, so you don't, huh?
Wait.
Kumite?
It makes it seem like I'm trying to make people think that I know how to fight.
Oh yeah.
Because you got me on the graphic like this.
I could change the. I just did that with ChatGPT.
It's like I'm fronting, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I
was going for like the double dragon.
I feel
look,
like a total poser up on there like this. Like,
we could change like the other. It was more just the concept.
What if somebody sees that and then they're like, "Oh, let's see if this guy really knows.
I can take this guy.
Let's
on.
see if this guy really knows.
Seems like
really
he
wants to back up his his bullshit."
Yeah.
And then I gotta fucking.
All right. Well, I mean, so I got really excited because I was like, "Oh, it's perfect." Because we've been talking a lot about like '90s nostalgia, being '90s dads, and doing all these like lists and stuff. And I was like, he brings up Bloodsport all the time. All the time. Like,
I really do.
He gets 25 cents every time he says Bloodsport. So I was like, Kumite. So I made some graphics and I sent it to him. I'm like waiting for his response. Like, it's amazing. Like, validate my excitement.
I said it was cool.
And then he said it was cool. I was like,
he doesn't
I
like
appreciate the response, but I know what that really means.
What's that podcast about?
It's so we do like what was the last one we did? Like a 10 movie or.
Well, it all started. I think that podcast started. The first episode of that podcast had Jimmy, and and we talked about
music.
Well, essentially, we talked about
Can I light this?
making
pop culture. Sure.
Whoa, Brad.
What?
Are you out of your mind?
Can you not smoke on YouTube?
What? We're grown ass men. What are you talking about?
Fine.
No, go for it.
No, I don't want to.
No, I'm totally.
He's totally jerk.
I'm kidding, please.
Okay, all right.
This is the closest I'll ever. This is gonna be the most nicotine I've had.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I can reminisce and be like, ooh, I remember this.
I asked because I know this is your studio and other people come in and curtains, so I don't want to.
Oh yeah, don't burn it down. If you're asking for permission to burn it down, the answer is no.
Burn it down.
Like, I thought you were just asking to
Do you
smoke a
mind if I
cigar.
burn this down? Oh wait, I don't know how to do this.
We've had a few episodes and the topics have ranged from R. Kelly, Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, we did like topical. We'll do like a list of like 10 things you were lied to about as a kid, right? And we'll just like talk about like things like how you're not supposed to like stare at the microwave, and then we say like, oh, that's not a real thing. You're allowed to stare at the microwave.
Yeah, but I think a contrarian is totally necessary to, these days. Or unless we think everything's fine, which I don't think we do think everything's fine. Like, everything's not fine, so we need to try other things. We need to try a different point of view.
I agree, because if you have yes men around you, you're not going to push. You're not going to think outside of your.
I agree.
As individuals, we need to try different things, and then as a society, we could try different things.
I like to see it as like a nostalgic conversation, and the kind of like where people can relate and be like, "Oh, I thought that too. That's funny that you guys are saying it, and I remember that too." And so
we talked about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
that was fun. I grew up in the Power Rangers era.
Yeah,
I think that's late 90s.
It's the same era. If you had a podcast, what would it be about?
I think I would have a podcast where I like to get to know people and I like to interview them. So I don't want it to be like a theme where it's like it's only business or it's only like a certain audience. Like, I don't know. I like asking inappropriate, deep, sometimes rude questions and like really get in there and like really get to the core of somebody.
Okay.
But I wanted.
Well, let's pretend.
I would want to do it.
Let's give it a trial. Ready? We're going to restart this podcast.
Okay.
And this is now the Anthony Corona podcast. We'll give it a 5-minute trial. And you could flex your interview skills and try to get to the core of me.
Okay.
Ready? And...
Hey, guys. Welcome to another episode of Talking with Anthony. Today's guest is a longtime friend of mine. My first coach in MMA. A young father. A family man. A man of the people. Brad, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, Brad, What's up, dude? How you been?
I've been great, man. I've been great. I just launched my new campaign for re-election, so I'm gearing up for a very busy year. Just coming off the holidays, spent a lot of time with the family, and just kind of living my best life, man. I'm really blessed in a lot of ways.
Very cool. Yeah, I haven't talked to you in a while, but I see that you've been in politics.
Yeah.
And then I remember seeing a clip where you said that being in politics is kind of tricky because when you first campaigned, people were like talking shit because you kind of get put into this like pigeonhole of like, oh, well, you're this nerdy white guy that, something. And if you don't fit that persona, people are like, just came at you.
Yeah. I think, especially when you're introducing yourself to the community, it's up to you to paint the picture and to explain who you are, but also follow it up with showing them who you are by engaging through action, through communicating, through conversation. So at the very beginning, I mean, the fact is people make assumptions, on a daily basis about who somebody is, and then they eventually, get to know them, and, there's still assumptions in there, but it's at least, more accurate as far as like getting to know them. So in the beginning, yeah, it was, people made a lot of assumptions, but I just do the best work I can and let my actions speak.
Yeah. If you had all the funding and you had your hands on the controls, nobody to tell you no, what would you do with the city?
Well, I wouldn't really. The thing is, when it comes to like city government, so I work with the school board, but there's a lot of overlapping, a lot of similarities. The key to elected life is really knowing what it is you are responsible for, what you oversee, and also have a clear understanding of what is not yours to take control of.
Would you stick just to the school?
So later on, there's a lot of opportunity in the future. I say yes to opportunity a lot. Currently, with my kids being in the school district and them being such a huge part of my everyday life, school board's exactly where I need to be right now. In the future, who knows what will happen, but wherever I can best be utilized, wherever I can best, use my knowledge and help the community and fulfill a purpose and create some impact, I'll do that too.
How can the school department board best utilize you?
So I am I'm an action-oriented elected. I like to see progress. I don't like to sit around and wait for problems to become a bigger problem. I like to address them early. So
Proactive.
Yeah, so I like to do a lot of committee work. I like to dig into the issues and find how we can stop a problem from even happening, and how we can make things that need to be addressed better before it all comes down to not wanting to be reactionary to every issue. So the best government is the one that you don't have to think about, that isn't making headlines all the time. So having a smooth, like Lakewood's really fortunate to have a very smooth running city, and those are the residents that I serve, are the Lakewood residents in the school district. And same thing with our school board. We're addressing so many issues that we don't see a lot of spark ups from staff, teachers, parents, because they know we're addressing the issues.
Yeah.
So I'm best utilized by being super engaged. Like, I'm a school board member who like gives it 100%. Like, I'm at almost every event. I show up.
That's cool. Is there any problems right now that you see that you're working on?
Yeah, there's always problems. I mean, statewide declining enrollment is a really big problem.
In college?
No, for K through 12.
Really?
Just birth rates down. population of California, the amount of students going into kindergarten statewide, super down. I think our district alone,
Brad,
has lost like 30% enrollment in the past 10 years.
The school board can't make more babies.
But we can try, Greg. We can try.
What do you mean you're working on that problem?
No,
You can't make more children,
Well,
man.
I guess the question would be: is less enrollment a bad thing?
So I guess that is an important part of that equation. So when I talk about enrollment, school districts are funded per enrollment.
Okay.
So when you have a 30% drop in enrollment or any percent drop in enrollment, that's that much money you're not getting. So you still have the same amount of school sites. You still have the same amount of teachers typically, programs for the other kids. So you have to right size. So a lot of the issues are about making sure that you're being good stewards of the money and making sure that you're utilizing your financial resources to match the needs of the kids that you have and not overspending based off of what you were getting 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. So you have to make these adjustments.
You guys aren't talking about like cloning or something to fill up the seats that are empty.
No, we explored it, but we found that it wasn't fruitful.
I have another question. So let's take off the politician hat. Let's put on the Brad hat.
Oh, Brad hat.
Brad hat.
What's the hardest thing you've gone through in your life?
Oh, that's a tough one.
And how did you overcome it? Because I know you've had a pretty difficult life. You don't really talk about it that much. Every now and then you'll post something and I'm like, damn.
Yeah. I'd say the hardest thing is probably not like the hardest thing, I'd say.
Well, I know what Mandy would say if we asked her this question.
Your wedding day?
This stud right here. That's the hardest thing she ever had in her life.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, carry on. Go. What's the hardest?
I would say the hardest thing. It's difficult to say because time is a funny thing. What might have been the hardest thing, may have been long enough ago to where it doesn't feel like the hardest thing. But things that are more recent probably feel bigger.
Was it hard to move to Lakewood?
Oh, that was huge.
But
I really struggled with that.
It was surprisingly easy.
No.
Once you got here,
Where did you come from?
you met me, and then you're like, "Oh, it's fine."
It took me a while to get used to it.
I know.
I came from like the Pomona area, Claremont, Pomona, and my dad moved us down here when I was 16, and that's a tough year to leave all your friends.
Yeah.
Like 16, like you're just. So I at one point I think I did run away back there, and then lived with my buddy Nick for a little bit, and did like a semester school up there. Then eventually came back, and then started sophomore year here.
Damn.
But that was really tough. And then soon after that, probably I don't know, 6 months after that, my mom passed.
Yeah.
And that was really difficult, but also numbing at the same time, right?
What was that like?
Well,
Being 16 and then did your dad remarry or like?
no, he just dated a lot.
Yeah.
He went back on the market.
You said a lot.
He did.
He dated a lot.
He jumped out there. I don't fault him. He was doing his thing. Everybody copes in their own way.
Yeah.
But
Fool got a lot of dates.
Dude, and they would like pull up in like a Lexus and I'm like, "Good job, Dad. Good job." I never hated on it.
And then they talk like this. They had a voice like they were smoking a cigar. And they said,
Pretty much.
You guys want to go to Farrell's ice
Where's your
cream?
father? Hey, Brad, where's your father?
Yeah, we're going to hometown buffet.
I'm here to pick up your father.
I mean, that is kind of how it was. But that's, I find like even through, and there's other things. I mean, you can go from like my brother's suicide, my daughter getting diagnosed with cancer. There's when I look at it, like it's all so messed up that I kind of don't even like, it's just life.
What have you learned about yourself because of those? Because I mean, it's tough to lose a parent, especially at that age, because you're kind of like coming into your manhood. You're discovering independence, and it's a tricky place to navigate at that time. And then you don't have your mother, and then I'm sorry to hear about your brother.
Yeah.
I got to meet him. He was a cool guy. It just seems like, like a lot, like really heavy. So like, what have you learned about yourself? Because I was telling him on the phone earlier that like you've been through a lot, but you're really resilient, and you haven't.
Well, it's not by choice.
Yeah.
Right. That's one thing I've learned is like, when it's going through a lot isn't really, something to wear as like a badge or a shield, because I had no choice. Like it just, it's life presented in that way. But what I did learn is like the enormous amount of empathy that I've gained in my life. Like you never know what somebody else is going through. So many times when my daughter was in the hospital, I would still have to go to work. I would still have to like live life. We lived in the hospital for over a year. I would still have to go into the gym, talk to clients, operate my business, deal with all the BS that comes with being a small business owner. And I still had to do the things. And what I learned through that is like, who else is going through a bunch of stuff that you just interact with, and you like think they're being a jerk, or like they don't respect you, or they are, you can paint somebody out to be the problem, but you never really know what problems they're going through. Mm-hmm. And so a deep sense of empathy for other people, and really seeing people through a way of giving the benefit of the doubt and having some grace. I mentioned on another podcast, but it's like if I get cut off in traffic, mm-hmm. and like because of everything I've been through, like my immediate thought is, I hope they're okay, or I don't know what they're going through, or I wonder why they're in such a hurry. Like there must be something going on. Giving them the benefit of the doubt, and doing that everywhere. It's just like not always assuming that you're the center of the universe, and that was a slight or a swipe at you. It's not about you. Yeah. People are doing their life and having their days and going through their problems and their issues, and you never know how bad they are. You never know. So treat people like, give them the grace. And if people did that more, it'd be a really good thing.
Well, can I say, like, if there's like to jerks, like, okay, so there's jerks, but they have reasons. Okay, that's cool. They have reasons, but like, what if me just saying like, hey, you're being a jerk, did I go too far?
No.
Then it's like we can still call them out and be like, hey, dude.
Yeah,
because
no, and that's legit. Because there were times where like I was going through stuff, and in my head, I'm in survival mode. Mm-hmm. It's happened multiple times where like some traumatizing things happen, whether it's my brother, my daughter, and I think I'm operating just fine. But I know I'm in survival mode. I'm just trying to not snap on somebody. I'm trying to just, get through the day.
Yeah.
Right. And I would get called out. It happened like, someone would call me, you're being a dick. You're being a jerk. And then it wasn't like a, how dare you? Like, don't you know what I'm going through? And that's what a lot of people revert to. Like, well, I'm a victim here.
Yeah.
And therefore you can't call me out because I'm the victim. So screw you. But I never thought about it that way. It was just like, okay, I'm not covering this up, or I'm not getting through as good as I can be. And sometimes you don't realize how you're presenting. And sometimes it's good to call people out to just let them know, hey, man, this is how I'm experiencing you right now.
Yeah, I think that's good, because I know for me, a lot of times I'll think things and I think I say it, and then I'm like, dude, what the hell? Like, you never said that.
Yeah, I do that sometimes with a comment that I think is, I think I'm lightening the mood in the room, or I'm trying to break the ice, or I think I'm doing the service to everybody else in the room by making a joke or making light of something, and then it comes off as arrogant.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's just you ruined it.
Yeah, and I've been called out for that, and I've had to check that. Like, just all right, well, just because I think, the ice needs breaking in this room doesn't mean it always needs to be me to do it.
But those are kind of innocent. You can kind of chalk it up to just your innocence. Like, I thought we were all having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've learned a lot through it. It's just, life keeps lifing, man. And you just can't be a victim. I refuse to be a victim to like the bad things that have happened in my life, because when I look at my life, I see so many awesome things, and I feel like I have a life that I feel fortunate to feel like I deserve it. Like, I've always liked politics. My degree's in poli-sci.
Nice.
I've always enjoyed, but when I got involved, it wasn't like to get involved in politics. It was like getting involved in like the Chamber of Commerce, where I was like, I was trying to grow the business, and there's all these other business owners, and I'm like, oh, we're helping each other out, we're collaborating. And then like, as you get more involved, you're like, okay, well, I have these things that I really want to get done. And okay, so there's a chairmanship, that we're going to vote on it. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. I want to be more involved. And then you get on like a committee because there's like an issue that you like, yeah, I think I have ideas on that. And then so it's really getting involved in public service. And then the politics thing is just kind of there. And that, like, one of your first questions when it comes to what board members like do and don't do, policy is a huge part of it. And when you do get elected to a seat, you should be focused on policy and not like being in the weeds of what the day-to-day, operations of the organization are. So that's where the real politics comes in. It's more policy and like a community engagement, that side of it. The politics stuff, like higher up, like all that stuff, that's a lot of noise, man.
Knowing what you know now, what would you have like a minute, go back in time, you see yourself at, let's say 17. You're like, Brad, you look great.
Right.
I don't have a lot of time, but you need to know.
I did look great at 17.
You need to know these 3 things. What 3 things would you tell yourself?
3 things? I think first one would be because my dad kicked me out when I was 18, and I was essentially homeless for a little while. Yeah, so that would have been my first thing. Like, hey, he's doing it for you, not to you, and it's gonna be all right.
Nice.
So that'd be a big one at that age. That would have been good to know that it would work out.
What was that conversation when you came back?
When I came back, from what?
From being, or did you just leave the house after?
Oh,
that?
I love how you assume like he kicked me out and like let me back in, because I think a lot of parents do that. There was none of that.
Oh,
it was like you.
Well, I mean, the conversation of like, you guys are talking again, I guess. I'm assuming you guys stopped talking for a while after that.
Maybe like a month, but like I came around to it pretty quick.
You're like, yeah, you're right. I was being kind of a butt.
Well, because like I saw it as a challenge of he didn't really think I was gonna be college material. He didn't think I was gonna do a lot. He really wanted me to go in the Marines, and so I would come back and like kind of brag about, hey, so I enrolled in, just like kind of I'd poke the bear a little bit, and just like just let him know like I'm doing all right. I feel like I probably handled it as good as you could at that age.
Mm-hmm. Despite external influences, how have you managed to stay the course?
I don't have a course. My only course is my family. I think making sure that they're provided for and that they're taken care of and loved. Everything else is, in my opinion, I don't take it for granted, but I also know that things come and go, and I'll be able to swim in whatever water there is.
I mean, I guess what I'm trying to get at is like,
what are you trying to say?
You got kicked out at 18.
Mm-hmm.
Statistically, most, like, if you get kicked out that young, you get in a wrong crowd.
Yeah, I know. I met Greg.
But actually, I had another question, and it's for both of you guys. So I know you guys have been really long time friends, and I believe there was a rift after that go-kart thing.
No, not really.
How have you guys maintained a friendship after so many years?
Because there was a rift after that go-kart thing.
With us?
But it was
It wasn't
with another person.
Oh, with
so
somebody
then
else in the...
We kind of come together. And
Yeah.
we've done that. I think we've done that in the past a few times.
Yeah.
There's like a major beef going on, and then we go, oh, well, with our powers combined,
Yeah.
we can beat these.
We kind of keep the group together.
We can beat these Nazis.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Screw these guys.
Yeah.
We're the main characters. So that happens sometimes. It's good to have an external enemy to focus on.
Yeah.
So you guys just have each other's back no matter what.
So we can like come together, and then we can be like, at least we're not those guys. We're not holding grudges. We're hanging out.
We hold each other's.
We
hair.
hold hands, and not.
We
grudges.
hold each other's hair
Yeah.
when we throw up.
Yeah.
And I think for whatever reason, just starting way back, probably from the first time I met him, it's like, and maybe it was because like he was this kid from like out of town, and
You took him under your wing?
definitely not like that, but maybe it's because I wasn't sure like if I'd ever see him again. Like it's the first time I see him, he shows up at Morty's house and whatever, and I just felt like like what we are is we're honest with each other.
That's cool.
We could just I tell him anything, and it's whatever. And from the get-go, it was kind of like that. Even in Morty's backyard, just like, because I don't know this kid. I might as well tell him my deepest, darkest, who's this guy? You know?
I'll never see him again.
Maybe. But I don't know. So we've always had really deep, like, almost like confessionals. I feel like a lot of our conversations were like, you're never going to believe this, but this is my whole thing that I'm dealing with right now.
That's cool.
From my deep, deep inner self. And then we look at each other, we're like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's kind of just like having a heterosexual life mate to kind of like go through life with. Like it's great when you have people around you that you've like seen some shit with.
Yeah.
And I think that what comes with that is like the lack of judgment and just more just like, dude, I'm just happy we're both still here.
Yeah.
Doing the thing,
yeah,
you know?
It could be, yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I had that.
You're feeling
Well,
a little lonely.
tell us your deepest, darkest secret.
Yeah.
Deepest, darkest secret.
That's where you start.
What would be my deepest, darkest secret? And, yeah, that's my secret.
Man.
So, I've never told that story before.
Wow. Are you okay?
And you guys were sharing a cigar. You guys lit the same cigar.
I know.
Oh, man. After he said that,
Oh, man.
and how do you feel, Brad, after he said that?
I'm thirsty for penicillin.
Oh, wow.
Get some penicillin.
My goodness.
Wow. Well, Anthony Corona, man,
Yeah.
thank you for coming in on the pod. It's awesome to see you.
Yeah,
I'm glad
likewise.
you're doing well.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're living your best over in Nashville.
I love it so much.
I hear great things about it.
I hate coming back to LA.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're having a good time.
Yeah.
Nah, man, it's great to see you, man. Please say hi to your dad for me.
I will.
And yeah, Greg, any final thoughts?
Brick by brick. Growing community, one conversation at a time.